Okay, I'm Guy Pacura, and I'm the owner of the Brewery Gulch Inn in Mendocino. Yeah, I think what inspires me about California is the diversity of the state. Not just in the people and the food, but the scenery and the climates. I grew up in San Diego, and I'm living now in Mendocino, and I didn't even know Mendocino existed. When you're from Southern California, I think the common idea is that the state stops just north of the Bay Area, and then it's Oregon. So when I found Mendocino, I was pretty surprised. I think this is like the hidden part of California up here. The Brewery Gulch was built in 1999 to 2001 by a doctor from San Francisco who eco-salvaged the redwood out of the big river. Back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, there were mills at the bases of the rivers up here where they milled down the redwood that they logged during the dry season. And they would build dams across the rivers, and when the rains would come, they would dynamite the dams and the wood would all float down to the mill. Well, a lot of that wood became submerged, and the former owner of the inn pulled that wood up, milled it down on his property, and built the 7,500 square foot Brewery Gulch Inn. I started looking for an inn in 2006. I knew this was something I wanted to do. I'd wanted to do it most of my life. And I started looking on the East Coast. I looked at about 29 different inns before I found Brewery Gulch. What I liked about it was the location, perched on a bluff top overlooking the Pacific, and the arts and crafts style of the inn. It's not a country inn, it's not Victorian, it's kind of a more cleaner, contemporary style inn. When I was a kid growing up, my parents and I used to go out to Palm Springs and stay at an apartment hotel out there owned by some people that became friends of ours. And I used to see what they did and how they made everybody that came to their place feel like part of the family. The same people would come back year after year at the same time each year to see other friends that they had made. And I thought if I ever had the chance to do something like that, I'd love to do it. And the opportunity came up. The job that I'd had for 20 years, the business that I ran, it was a good time in my life to move on to something else, and so I thought I'd try this.